What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of the Legion of Raw. I'm here, my guy, the bro of bros, the ratings maker, the hit maker, Vince Russo. How are you tonight, sir?
I am all right. The doctor is in the house, baby. What's going on, my friend?
Absolutely, man. Just another Raw that I'm ready to just absolutely dissect and put in a rock bottom, man. Yeah, another week, man. I was trying to expect something out of TLC. I thought TLC was actually a decent show, so I was hoping for something that came out of that, but didn't really get too much out of it. So,
you know, it's funny, bro, because you're reading all week, and I don't know if these these rumors are true or not, Chris. Maybe you do, but you know, you're reading all week about USA Network unhappy. That part I totally understand, but then you're reading about they're wanting more of an adult orientated presentation. You're reading that all week. Then you're looking at this show. And you're like, wait a minute, bro. So either the story is wrong or the WWE just doesn't give a crap. One of the two, because this was far from an adult show, bro.
That's correct. I think USA's idea of making it adult-oriented was literally murdering someone in the middle of the ring. I think that's probably what they wanted, an aftermath of how would the murderer think? Randy Orton just murdered someone at TLC in the middle of the ring. How would the murderer feel toward all this? So I guess that was their adult-oriented.
I mean, and you know, Chris, that's a great point right from the start. Because, you know, bro, I always hate to say, you know, during the Attitude Era, back in my day, but forget all that. Forget all that, bro. When you look at any good television show, where whatever the end scene is, that's where it picks up the following week.
Right.
Forget about Attitude Era. No, bro, that's common sense. Bro, remember Batman 1966? Bro, Joke has got him. He's going down. Same bad time, same bad channel. When you tuned in the next day, did they not go to it for like 20 minutes later? They picked it right up.
That's right.
So, bro, like right off the bat, you've got a format and a formula that is flawed. If that was the last match, right, bro, on TLC, because I didn't watch TLC, correct? Bro, you've got to pick up the show from there. Yep. There is nothing more important than that. That's where you have to start the show.
Yep.
So the fact that it was totally ignored till, I don't know how long in, an hour, 2 hours in, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was toward the end. Yeah.
Bro, that right there just tells you guys, like, come on, man, get it together, bro.
Yep. You hit it on the head, man. It was, you know, it's just storyline. It's just storyline 101. You pick up where you left off, man. It's back in the Super Friends days. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Yeah. And bro, that's the thing, man. If people tune in to see that, and they're getting, you know, Charlotte Flair and Oscar and all this up top, bro, people are going to say, screw it. They're not going to sit around for an hour and a half and 2 hours. They're not going to do it, bro.
Yeah. And I guess help me understand this logic, because I know that when you were writing, it wasn't the same in that sense. But according to what you think, you work with Vince for a number of years. Why do you think Vince thinks it's okay to sign off on having this segment? Like, you go over the whole Raw before it happens, so all the segments are placed together, placed where it's supposed to be before it happens. Why do you think Vince would sign off on that being such a buzzworthy discussion, with Randy Orton setting Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, on fire? Why do you think that Vince would give the go-ahead for it to be so far away from the beginning segment, do you really think that in his mind, based on, the much experience that you have with him, do you think that in his mind, he's really thinking that people will stay tuned for the product they're delivering?
Chris, I'm telling you, bro, this is it in a nutshell. I'm telling you, bro, he's not a television writer. He's not, bro. There is an art to television writing. When I tell you that, Chris, Ed Ferrara taught me a lot. Ed worked in Hollywood. He had written, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Weird Science. He had written a couple of movies. Ed was a television writer. So, Ed really took me under his wing when it came to that aspect of storytelling and characters. Bro, Vince has never been trained in television, right? He doesn't know how to do it. Bro, I've said this a million times. Bro, if you give Vince a blank sheet of paper, this is what you're going to get. Bro, we did not give Vince a blank sheet of paper. We gave him the whole show. So he was able to look at this entire show and make his Vince McMahon tweaks within the show. He was not the guy writing the show. Today, bro, he's the guy writing the show. He's not a television writer. Bro, he's a wrestling promoter. There's nothing wrong with that. But being a wrestling promoter doesn't mean you're a TV writer, bro.
That's true. Yep. 100%.
I'm not a wrestling promoter. I'm not, bro. I ran a couple of my own shows. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do, and I hated it. Okay, I'm not a promoter. I mean, I know because I tried it. I guess Vince believes he's a television writer. Well, if he is, bro, I would just love to hear their explanation of these low ratings. Just tell me why you guys think the ratings, COVID? Because of COVID, you think the ratings are low, bro? Come on.
Yeah, of course, that would be the scapegoat answer. I used to get invited. I get invited to be a part of those conference calls and things like that, but I just don't have the time to jump on them. But yeah, I would act something like that. But from my experience, Triple H usually is the one that's kind of manning the calls on the other end, on the opposite end of the media, and he usually punts pretty much when it comes to different questions. He don't really answer them.
Chris, the funny thing is, I swear, bro, like this. I think it was Friday or whatever. I saw the story about USA Network. And, bro, there was a picture of Vince, and he looked like he was about 100 years old. And, bro, I swear to God, for that moment, I start feeling for him. I start feeling sorry for the guy. And, bro, for that moment, I have the thought of, Vince, do you extend the olive branch? But Chris, I got to be honest with you. Then I really think about like what that would look like. What would that look like in 2020? And it's like, bro, no way. Like, just no way. I would be dead within a year. You can't, because, bro, it's the entire system is broken, and you can't work within the system they have. It's broken.
Yeah, indeed it is. We saw Charlotte Flair come back yesterday at TLC. For some reason, all of this leads to all of the Lana feud, all of 9 weeks of table slamming and all that mess. All that leads to Charlotte Flair taking the replacement of Lana and they giving the titles to Charlotte and Asuka. Somehow they just gave up on Lana. They said, hey, okay, well, at least we'll give Lana a win against Nia Jax and we'll just write her off because Charlotte's ready. Charlotte's coming back. And so it's like, of course, I don't mind Charlotte coming back. She's incredible, but at the same time, I don't think I think this is just a weird insertion for her, especially since yes, the 6 months ago her and Nia Jax were feuding, but at the same time, I don't know. I just felt so weird because they cut the promo in the beginning of Raw, And then Baszler and Nia Jax comes out. Then Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke comes out. This leads to Jax and Baszler defeating Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. And then Baszler and Nia Jax invites Asuka and Charlotte, who's doing commentary, and then Rose and Brooke gets an advantage. I just think this. I love Asuka. Asuka's one of my favorite women's wrestlers, just period, in all of wrestling. But they're having her talk way too much. She's sounding so cheesy, and this connection, this partnership it just feels so. It feels forced. It feels contrived. And I really think it brings Asuka down a bunch of pegs because she sounds like a Charlotte Flair fangirl. And I don't like it because it really takes the potency of her character away.
Well, not only that, Chris, but let's look at the flip side of that. You know, Charlotte was out for how long? How long was 6 months? You're going to bring it back in a tag team situation? Right. Like, really? Like, that's so I agree with you on Asuka's side, but on Charlotte's side, you're going to bring her back in a tag. I swear to God, you got to help me, Chris. I honestly don't know. Who's the women's champion on Raw?
Asuka.
Okay, so she's the women's champion, and they have the tag belts now?
Right, she's double champ now.
So what are they going to do now? Are they going to do the same story there that we're doing with Drew
and Sheamus?
Like, is that what we're just going to keep repeating over and over again?
Yeah, I think it's pretty inevitable. I think it's quite. I think the writing's on the wall as like glow in the dark. You know, bright.
You said it last week, bro. You predicted the exact T-Bar Ricochet match. You predicted that exact
I called it.
You did on the nose. So I mean, bro, that's where they got to go. Charlotte's they're gonna be tag champs, but she's gonna want that title. Like, okay, all right.
I think it's quite clear. Yeah,
I would never have 6 months on the shelf. I would have never brought her back in a tag team type situation ever.
Yeah, bro. I agree. It just seems like a lazy way to start a Charlotte and Asuka feud. It's just to me, I don't think it's necessary. I think you could have done Lana and Asuka. I think they still should have done Lana and Asuka. I think Lana should have won through putting Nia Jax through a table. I think that's the perfect way to end the 9-week craziness. Mm-hmm. It was to win the tag titles for Lana. She deserves it. Like, 9 weeks of being put through a table, and Miro's not helping by his tweets that he's doing. And it would have been perfect for them to win the tag titles, and then by Lana putting Nia Jax to a table. But for some reason, she just gets pushed to the side, and for Charlotte Flair, who doesn't need the tag titles for one, and for two, it's unnecessary to put her in this spot. If it's clear that it's going to be Asuka versus Charlotte down the line real soon. I just don't.
WrestleMania, bro.
I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see that at WrestleMania. I'm old school when it comes to WrestleMania. I think the babyface should chase the title and win at WrestleMania. That's just a feel good moment for me. Yep. And unless Charlotte wins beforehand and Asuka chases, I just wouldn't be interested in that. But by the heel chasing before WrestleMania and winning, that just doesn't make any sense to me. That's backwards.
I agree.
Yeah. Next we got the VIP lounge with the Hurt Business, and so 3 champs. I like they looked just
hold the phone.
Did I miss the backstage segment again?
Hold the phone. I am not going to go right past our black guys bullying the white guys.
Oh yeah. The New Day shirt, yeah.
Come on. That's the adult orientated program.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Waiting for, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Consecutive weeks now. Like, that's become a running thing now. Like the Hurt Businesses bully some, puny looking white guy with in the back. One of the last week was that one had the original bro hat on. This week, someone had a New Day shirt on. Again, Vince, why is this a running thing of the Hurt Business? First of all, you should be protecting, four black guys portraying to be bullying a white guy. That shouldn't be a part of your story writing for sure. And two, what's the point? That's not getting them any heat by doing that.
Bro, why aren't these guys just saying, no, we're not doing that?
Right.
That's just, no, we're not pouring milk. We're not no, we're not doing that, bro.
Yep. Agreed. 100%. So since my predictions are pretty accurate because Raw is so predictable, next week we will see a puny looking white guy get bullied by the Hurt Business backstage. So
yes, in some fashion, yes.
Some because he will be wearing merchandise that's probably something that's against. He'll probably be wearing Hardy merchandise next week. Last week we had Riddle. This week we got the New Day. Next week we'll probably have someone wearing a.
He'll have the paint face.
He'll have the face paint. Yep.
Face paint,
he'll get bullied.
Yep.
So VIP. So the Hurt Business VIP lounge. So they're taking pictures and it gets crashed, by R-Truth. He photobombs and then he gets chased by the 24/7 mob. Hardy Bros comes out and cuts the worst promo in the decade, worst promo of the decade of Raw. This segment to me, it was just like you have so much potential with all the names that were all the names that we saw, all the people that we saw. But why in the world would you dumb down a segment of some four people who looks legit, the Hurt Business, actually characters you can protect? You have that absolutely muddied and marred by, and I love R-Truth. He has a sweet spot for some reason. I love him, but I think that was absolutely unnecessary to have him there. And then MVP is such a good stick man. Why would you give the mic to all the other three? MVP should be the stick man. I really love to watch Cedric in the ring, but I cannot stand his promos. He speaks like this and he gets real loud and he's like, what is it around your day? And I'm like, dude, put some bass in your voice, man. Put some bass in your voice and start speaking like this way. And I'm just like, he's got to stop. And as much as Lashley can beat anybody in the room, don't give him a mic. Same thing with Shelton Benjamin. College All-American, not very good on the mic because he fumbles on his words. He's just not a good mic guy. All three of them should just beat people up. MVP is a really good stick man. He should do all the talking.
Bro, everything you do, every time you're on the show, every minute invested in you should be getting you over.
Mm-hmm.
You should be getting over with everything you do. And again, you already said this, and this show just started. Who's getting over in this segment?
Nobody.
Nobody's getting over with their promo. Bro, I don't know. Is R-Truth getting over because he's, posing in the picture? Who's out of all these talents, who's getting over? If nobody's getting over, if you're not building a character, if you're not building a story, guess what, bro? It's a massive waste of time.
Yes.
This was a massive waste of time.
And it could have been different. I mean, you had them cutting promos. They just won the titles. It should have been a big moment, but it was ruined by what else the other parts that they did. And I was, Lashley's title looks better. It grew on me. But it looks like a title at least. Those, crazy looking, ridiculous, gaudy Raw titles. It just doesn't look good on the Hurt Business. Like it's just with the red strap and just the copper looking. They needed to change those titles. What do you think about that title design?
Bro, I'm oblivious to the titles, Chris. I don't even know who the champions are, let alone who's got these titles. But bro, see, like that's the thing to me too. It's like, okay, bro, you got these four very impressive men. and you've got two guys on the other side. So it's like, okay, bro, like when this match starts, like, why are all four guys allowed down ringside? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. Like, guys, it's 4-on-2.
Yeah.
You know, obviously they're going to get, like, why are they even allowed down there?
Yeah.
It's just, bro, it's just writing this stuff the way it's been written for the last 50 years. And a lot of things just don't work anymore, bro.
Wow. It doesn't. So next week it's Angel Garza defeating Drew Gulak. I just, you know, I like Angel. I know I've met Angel Garza. I've interviewed him live before at WrestleMania. And dude is super nice, super humble. So as a person, kudos to Angel Garza. He really appreciates his spot, so, but there's just an intangible about him that just doesn't click with me. He doesn't have, like, it looks like they're trying to make him like a poor man's Alberto Del Rio, and it's just with charm and suave, like not necessarily an aristocrat, but more of a Fabio type of, a Latino Fabio or something like that. It just seems like a DOA gimmick. I just don't see a big shelf life for this.
Well, bro, he's been giving the flower to the hot chick for like how long now? Yeah. Like, that's all this character has ever done. And speaking of character, bro, seriously, okay, bro, I get it. Drew Gulak is a great worker. I understand. I get it, bro. Bro, please tell me one thing about Drew Gulak. Like, one thing. Give me one single character trait of Drew Gulak. One. Why am I not turning the channel during this match? Give me one reason. I don't give a crap who wins this match. Neither guy is over. Garza's character is giving a flower to a hot girl, and Gulak's got no character whatsoever. And then, bro, when they lose them here and they turn over to the Monday Night Football, and then they're going to sit there and scratch their heads. Why did we lose the people at 8:45? What happened? Right. What happened, bro? You put on this match. That's what happened, bro.
Yep.
There's no reason to watch it, bro. None. Zero.
Agreed. Again, I don't understand how this is captivating television. I mean, I remember back in the day when Monday Night Football, like, it was such a thing. Like, they paid attention to Monday Night Football, and every segment was compelling because they knew that people were so ready. Yep. They were ripe and ready, and they were like saying they were hoping for a dull spot so they can switch over. That was so amazing as a fan back 20 plus years ago now. That was so amazing about the Attitude Era, because WWE versus WCW, neither could afford a dull spot, because me as a fan, I'm ready to turn. I'm ready to turn the channel to WCW or WWE.
Chris, this is exactly how we wrote it. This is my remote. This is exactly how we wrote the show. Okay, I'm watching Raw. Come on, man. Come on. I want to see what's on Nitro. Come on. Come on. That's how you're writing the show.
Yes.
You're writing the show. They're holding the remote. They're begging you to give them that hole. That's how we wrote the show, bro.
And as a fan, that's what I was doing.
Bro, this match would have never, ever, ever, ever been on the show. Never been. Bro, I remember one week, bro, because, like, man, we were running short. I don't know if guys were hurt or whatnot. But, bro, one of the matches we had was JBL against Goldust. And I was like, no, nobody's going to watch this match. Bro, JBL against Goldust would be the main event today.
Yes.
And I didn't want to book matches like that. Garza and Gulak? Yeah. Come on, bro. Who's watching this?
Yeah, that would have been like a Sunday Night Heat match back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, just something to give the talent some exposure, or a velocity match back in the day, But on the main, like the Raw was the flagship show. It was like you made it to the big leagues. You know, for those who are developing their character, they would be on a Heat or a Velocity or a Jacked, you know what I mean, or Shotgun Saturday Night or whatever you want to watch.
Yep.
That was kind of like the developmental, you know, back in the day to really make someone's character shine. And if they got past that, then they'll be on the, you know, on the Raws and SmackDowns. But this right here, I mean, the bar has been set so low now that you really are having Angel Garza versus Drew Gulak on the flagship show.
Yep.
At a very, you know, hot hour where Monday Night Football is up and thriving. And it's, again, like I said, as a fan, I was ready to turn the channel. And if this was 1999, I would, there's no doubt before you even, when they were promoting the match, when Angel Garza came out, I would have turned the channel.
Oh yeah,
like, even his entrance, I would have turned the channel. Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. And then you know, Nitro could have had, you know, NWO come out and Sting, something like that around that time. Yep. And you've got me for 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes now. So I've missed 10, 15 minutes of Raw because I was compelled to stay on Nitro. Same thing with Raw back in the day. I was like, oh man, I want to, and then somehow you'll get Taker and Austin and McMahon, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I can't, you know what I mean? Or if anything, I'll do a quick switch over and come back, you know what I mean? Just to check and see. And that's how it was back in the day. That's how compelling it was back in the day.
Yep.
Speaking of Monday Night Football, I'm in Ohio when the Steelers lost to the Bengals. So
wow,
yeah. So they the Bengals get their third win of the year. One was against the Steelers.
Stevie Ray's a huge Steelers fan. He's probably going wild, bro.
yeah. He's going bananas. Yeah. And oddly enough, I'm a big Titans fan, and another one of the Bengals wins is against the Titans. So they want to play, I guess, when they want to. But on the other end of the state, Cleveland, the Browns are actually doing pretty good this year, man. So
yeah, they are. They got a nice little team this year. Yep.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. Next, we have the Miz TV AJ Styles segment. You get Drew McIntyre interrupting Sheamus and Keith Lee. They're doing some type of you know, Nightmare Before Christmas or whatever it was. And you know what? You have really jaded my views on Keith Lee's.
Well, I gotta ask you something, Doctor. Let me ask you something, please. I did not watch Keith Lee on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I have to know this though, bro. Was he? Did he do Shatner on NXT?
He did
the Shatner.
He did do the same type of promos, but you know, his athleticism. So, you know how when you're larger than life, when you feel larger than life, you have a pass a little bit more. The level of scrutiny isn't as much when you already have a larger than life character, right? So Hogan, larger than life, couldn't wrestle, but his character was so large in life that it made up for it. Keith Lee was kind of the other way around. His character was large in life. He was a 340-pound bus doing agile Vader-like moves. People loved him. So when he would cut promos, it wouldn't be as bad because he was so over. But now it's doesn't mean anything because he's totally not over. And he's not able to really show his charisma that he had in NXT. So when he cuts promos, the level of scrutiny is a lot more, you know, it's a lot more intense because people aren't seeing the charisma that he has. They're just seeing someone who wins some, lose some, and cuts William Shatner promos. So it doesn't help him at all.
Because like I'm watching the Shatner, and first of all, bro, the Shatner is my favorite part of the show, and I'm disappointed if he doesn't do the Shatner. But I'm also looking at the Shatner, and I'm saying to myself, bro, seriously, wouldn't this guy be better off if he said nothing? I think he'd be better off not talking at all than going into the Shatner, bro.
Agreed. 100% agree. Yep. Next we have what I call T-Bar.
Yeah.
Defeating Ricochet.
Same exact thing from same exact, bro. They probably put it in the same time slot. Probably.
Yes.
Same exact thing. Same thing, bro, from last week.
So somehow this is still supposed to be compelling television for fans. Somehow WWE is like, you know what? This is what's going to keep them from turning on to Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. Especially since you have the Steelers, who is the best team in the league, going on Monday Night Football. So it's like, that's what it's weird because you have Steelers. People love the Steelers or hate them. You know, it can be like at this point, they only lost 2, now 3. And you know, people are tuning into Monday Night Football and saying, can David beat the Goliath? You know, basically, can the Bengals beat the Steelers? So that's the story arc behind Monday Night Football right now. So you already have that story arc. And like you said before, it's clear that Vince McMahon doesn't watch any type of television. It's quite clear. Because if that's the case, you would have more segments to try to keep you in Raw instead of going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the best team in the league, playing on Monday Night Football.
Bro, did they make I know they were trailing. I mean, did they make a little bit of a comeback? Because if they made a comeback, it's going to be worse for WWE. Or did they even get close in this game?
Lost by 10, I believe, 27-17.
So they may have made a little bit of a comeback to make it interesting at least.
Yeah. They scored a touchdown in the 4th. So they were down 17 and they scored a touchdown.
Chris, I got to ask you a serious question. Honestly, bro, what happened between the Hurt Business and Retribution? Like, how did that end?
They had a match on Raw, I think it was. It was just they start off by the whole we'll be your bodyguards. And then that led to them having a multi-person match on Raw, and that was won. Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Yep. Next we have. So I mean, what's next for Ricochet? I mean, what is he doing?
Did they all go through him yet?
Yes,
all of them.
All of them. He lost to. He lost to Mace, which is Dio Madden, the black guy. And then he lost to keep forgetting Shane Thorne's name. He has the kind of the Jason mask on.
Machete.
Slapjack, I think. Is it Slapjack? Yeah.
Okay. Bro, I swear to God. Can I take a guess?
Yep.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
Bro, the way they book, he's going to have a match against Ali, and he's going to beat Ali.
Okay.
I'm telling you, bro, the way they book, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, I think that's a good call.
That will keep Ricochet alive. That will keep it alive, bro.
I think that's a good call. I think that's a good call. He'll beat Ali, and that'll keep the storyline going.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I called it this week, but I think that's the right call. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because somehow that's going to lead to, and you know what? It might even be a stipulation. It might be like, since you lost to everybody, if you lose to me,
you
have to join Retribution.
That's it. That's it, Chris. That's it. Yep. And he pulled one out his backside, and we start all over again.
Yeah. And then, or either that or next week he goes against Reckoning, Mia Yim. He loses to her.
Right.
But I think that's a good call, though. I think he loses to. I think he beats Ali.
Yes.
Or you know how they like to stretch things. he loses to Ali, and because he loses to Ali, and then they do another match with Ali with the stipulation: if you lose, then you'll join Retribution.
Okay,
so,
then if he beats Ali, now it's even Steven. Now they got to go through the process all over.
Again.
They got to do flapjack and onion pie and
guy and tie, right?
Okay, that'll give him 6 months.
The oddities, they'll just go through all of them. And then I can see them doing like a gauntlet match or something like that. They know how to stretch nowadays, like excessively stretch nowadays. Anything to steal and just to stretch time on Raw nowadays.
Yeah.
Jackson Riker beating Lindsay Dorado. Again, I just, Jackson Riker looks like $1 million, man. I mean, I know that was someone you advocated in TNA when it was Gunner.
I love working with this guy. What a pro. Bro, this guy, I don't know what. I know there was that stuff where they made those comments on Twitter and they were in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy should be a bona fide superstar, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, he looks like $1 million, man. It's I don't know why this is a spot. Maybe because of the comments now, and in fairness, the comments were a bit off. But I surely hope I surely hope that this time off kind of helped them in some ways. But putting things aside, just as a talent, man, he looks like a star. He looks like $1 million, man.
And bro, that's the thing too, Chris. Like that's the way he carries himself. He can, bro. Again, the military guys.
Yeah,
they know how to act.
Yeah.
And I love this guy. I love this guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So next we have, after all of that, then we have Randy Orton cutting the promo, explaining why he killed the Fiend and got away with it. That's what we could do in the wrestling business. That's the adult content, Vince.
Chris, you got to remind me of something here. Remember when Orton burned down Bray Wyatt's house?
Mm-hmm.
Was Bray Wyatt in the house?
You know what? I was thinking about that too. It kind of seems like they were booking it that way, because I remember the House of Horrors match or whatever, and I'm trying to figure out if he was in the house or not when he burned that. I know that I remember, I think Orton burned Sister Abigail or something crazy like that, but I was thinking about that too, if he was in the match, because I don't remember him coming out. He might have, but I don't remember anything after that. Did he leave? Did he come out? I don't remember that.
I just want to make sure I got my facts straight.
Yeah, yeah.
So Bray Wyatt / The Fiend has now survived 2 Infernos.
Yes.
Right? But he lost to Goldberg Spear.
In 13 seconds. Bro.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, bro, 2 fires couldn't kill. Setting this guy up in flames couldn't kill him.
Yes.
But a Goldberg Spear, 13 seconds done.
And getting drowned in a swamp by Braun Strowman.
That's right.
Yeah. They didn't do anything either. But 13 seconds, Goldberg speared. Yeah, absolutely. That is the inconsistency of WWE booking. Alexa Bliss interrupts him, and he's, she cuts a promo. He's home, is what she says. And so, again, I don't understand how we're supposed to how this is getting sympathy for the Fiend. I don't get it. Why is the WWE trying to book him as a babyface?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it seems as if, because you can tell right now because of the piped in reactions, like that's where they want the direction they want to give to the person. And it's clear that with Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss is a bona fide heel, like she's heelish, but the Fiend somehow he comes back. He wants to fire. He's in a limbo weird state right now. I don't understand it.
Bro, help me out here because I lost focus here. He was cutting the promo in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Then did the lights go out in the ring and the swing set appear?
Yep.
Swing set appear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, bro, why couldn't they cut this outside? And like we hear Alexa Bliss, bro, remember the old Freddie song, 1, 2, Freddie's.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we hear her singing that type of a song? Randy Orton walks around the corner. There's Alexa Bliss on that swing set. What am I supposed to think here? Alexa built the swings. Like,
yeah.
What am I thinking here?
Yeah. It just pops from nowhere.
But bro, the best part of the show, Chris, the best part of the show. Bro, did these 3 announcers not come back after this and look like the 3 biggest buffoons on the face of the
I was thinking the same
thing. Don't look any more stupid during this on camera. Bro, like what is wrong with them, Chris?
Yeah.
What is wrong with them?
Yeah, and they were just like, I mean, they look like someone just like died. You know what I mean? Like someone just they just found out that someone died or something. Like it was really, really bad.
Oh gosh.
We got to move on. Like it was ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Then we get Asuka and Charlotte defeating Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. Vince, I've got nothing to say about
Oh yeah, bro, I got something to say.
Okay.
God, Chris, I happen to catch, I don't know if we spoke about this or not. I happen to catch, I don't watch the WWE Network. I don't know where I saw this. I don't know if I stumble upon this on YouTube or something like this. I'm not sure I saw it. But, bro, I saw Lacey Evans at home.
Mm-hmm.
And her and her little kid and her husband, they live out in the middle of nowhere. And they like fend for themselves in everything they do. And bro, like she wears the pants in the family. Like,
yeah, she's tough.
Bro, she's out catching fish with a bare hand and she's riding these 4-wheelers. And I'm watching this and I'm like, holy shit, I want to be married to her. I mean, seriously, bro. Bro, what did they do? First, they came out of the gate with the Southern Belle. That was nothing to who this woman is.
Yeah, she's a military gal.
Right,
yeah, she's tough.
So out of the bat, you're this Southern Belle. Bro, then she was a baby face for 2 weeks. What did this girl do? What did she say? Who did she piss off? She is another bona fide star. Yes. Bro, then you look at the other one, Clayton Royce, is it?
Peyton Royce.
Yeah, Clayton Royce played for the Cardinals. Okay, bro, so I'm looking at Peyton Royce now. You're going to tell me Peyton Royce and Bobby Kay are stronger as singles than they were as the icon. So now you've totally killed 3 people. Yep. Totally killed 3. Bro, now, like I said, here's my problem, Chris. Bro, I worked with a lot of these people. I don't believe they're incompetent. I don't. So, like, I'm really thinking, okay, man, did Lacey say something on social media? Did she not like something creative? What's the strike against her? Because how you could take the Iconics that team had more personality probably than all these teams put together because they played off each other well, okay? So you take that team, we break them up. Now separate, they're nothing. Lacey Evans is nothing. Yeah. There's no stock in any of these, and it's not their fault.
Right.
It's not their fault, bro.
Yeah, totally agree. It just, to me, it just seems so backwards that you split a team just to have Peyton Royce be in just nothingness, just a state of nothingness, teaming up with Lacey Evans, zero rhyme or reason, no backstory, nothing of why that makes sense. So she actually won the titles with Billie Kay. She goes to Lacey Evans, who's already just being booked in nothingness, and as if that's going to work. And then you have Billie Kay losing every week on SmackDown, trying to find, throwing out a resume, trying to announce, trying to find different partners, losing every week. I don't understand how it makes sense. It's one of those make it make sense, man. I just don't understand
Chris,
it.
let's not forget, okay, all three of these women, bro, they've all showed us they got some acting chops.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans was put in the Southern Belt. Bro, she pulled it off.
Yeah.
And she's the total opposite of that. The Iconics were the modern day Pigeon Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled that off. So, bro, these girls, those three girls, bro, they cut better promos than Bailey. They cut better promos than Sasha. They pulled off the characters they were given. So my question is like, what did they do wrong? I didn't see it. Yeah. What did they do wrong?
It seemed like they were trying to push Peyton as a singles. It was the reason why they split him up. But to me, Billie Kay is hilarious.
She's hilarious.
She's funny. I like the resume thing. It's funny.
She gets it, bro.
Yeah. She's a really good, like, I like, the Iconics were hilarious and they should be back together. But, if anything that comes out of this, is allowing us to see more of Billie Kay's character.
Yeah.
I like the whole resume thing. It just seems hilarious to me. Now, hopefully, unfortunately, it's not leading to anything, you know what I mean? But I think there's something just funny about it. It's really showing her character more.
Yeah.
And maybe if there was the Iconics, got back together somehow, and Billie Kay was trying to use her resume to get title shots or something like that. That would be pretty funny to me. Yeah. I like the resume thing. Next we get the main event. McIntyre, Keith Lee, and Sheamus. Don't miss another backstage segment.
You got work in the morning? You're rushing through this, Gem. Come on, Chris.
I told you last week, Vince. I said I skipped through a lot of segments.
You're not skipping through this.
Catch me on the backstage segments because there's a good chance that I might have missed them.
Bro, what the hell is with them fighting the 2020 Green Monster? What the bro? Is this what the USA Network was? So what is this? I don't understand what this is. What is this, bro?
I don't know, man.
I swear to God, the first time I saw this, I'm like, I thought it was the Ghostbuster guy. Remember the Ghost? I said, what? They thought there's a new Ghostbuster movie coming out?
Yeah, the 2020 thing and McIntyre, because they did that on TLC too, and so. It was one of those, cheers to 2021, type of Happy New Year. 2020 is a big green, booger heel or something like that.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
All right, now you can go ahead, bro.
Yeah. It's just, and again, I don't like how I don't like how they would put McIntyre in a spot like that.
Exactly. Put R-Truth in that spot.
Yes. R-Truth is a perfect spot for that. Don't put Drew.
But again, bro, the guy at some point they got to say, you want me to do what?
Right.
They have to at some point.
That's true.
Bro, I'm thinking of Austin, and I'm thinking of me giving Austin this creative, and I'm thinking of the way he's looking at me, like you want me to do, like he's not doing it.
Right.
He's not going to do it. And bro, like I know he's not going to do it, so I would never present him this shit. At some point, bro, they got to say, no, this sucks.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good point to talk about because it seems as if the wrestlers are so afraid nowadays not to say anything that it actually is losing their stock by remaining yes man, like
Absolutely
yes man.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
So you want to know your perfect example of that? I want you to remember when MVP first came back.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the promos he was cutting front and center. He was stealing the show, bro. Now I look at him. He's falling into line like everybody else, bro. Beating up the guy, the milk over the head, the tearing off the New Day shirt. When he first started, he was money. Now, okay, what do you guys want me to do today? Okay, that's what we'll do.
Wow. Yeah. And you make a good point. I just don't see someone like an Austin, or a Taker looking at this mess and being okay with it because they're protecting their brand.
But not only that, bro, I'm protecting their brand. When I'm writing this stuff, I'm like, no, bro, like Austin would never do that. Austin would never say, like, I'm doing that when I'm right. So it never reaches even being presented to the talent. In this case, it's on our TV.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely. McIntyre, Keith Lee, and Sheamus beat Styles, Miz, and Morrison at the end of the match.
Hold on. Not so fast. I know you got work tomorrow, Dr. Chris, but there's a couple of things.
Go for it.
Was it me, Chris, or did this entire entrance take 10 minutes?
Again, Stretch City, man.
Oh, my God, bro. I swear, I think this entrance went through 3 commercial breaks.
Yeah, it was a segment of its own. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. At the end of it was Sheamus kicking Keith Lee, and he does the age old, blank heel stare. You know what I mean? When someone makes a turn, you do the blank stare type thing. Drew's like, well, he won the match. He won the match. I was defending you and all this. So what is this? Here's a couple things. One, what does this lead to? And two, Vince, I guarantee you that we won't see this in the beginning of next week's Raw.
I got a question. Bro, was it just last week's episode where Sheamus accidentally kicked Drew, or was that 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
All right.
There was no continuation of it last week.
Yeah. What was? Remember they fought? When did they make up? Was that on WWE Dark?
I guess so.
Did I miss it? Because I'm like, wait a minute, bro. I remember them fighting. I remember them brawling in the back. Now they're buddy. What? Did I miss an episode?
No. I don't. We were talking about it last week. There was no continuity to it. It just, you do the accidental kick and then now you're friends again. I'm
going to make a bold prediction.
All right.
Because you've been good with these predictions, Doctor. You've been dead on. Here's how we're opening next week's show. Because I think they're listening to this show. Because I think that's why they took your idea for Slap Happy again. Bro, what did Sheamus do to Keith Lee? Gave him the what?
The bro kick.
Is that what he calls it? The bro kick? Here's my prediction. Next week, we open the show. Keith Lee comes out in full Captain Kirk regalia.
Okay.
And because of the bro kick, he got concussed. He believes he is Captain Kirk on Star Trek. He's going to have the whole gimmick with the little emblem. He's going to talk like that, and he's going to believe the Thunderdome, the Starship Enterprise.
Yes, indeed.
I'm telling you, bro, that's where they're going with this.
Indeed.
And all will be good in the world.
Yes, indeed. That's it. That's it right there. I think we'll see it on next week Raw. Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom. We'll see that. Think
about that right there. We care about Sheamus and Keith Lee.
I don't. I love Keith Lee as a talent, but I can't stand what they're doing with him on Raw. He looks like a regular guy. And so it's, for those who don't follow him on NXT, they're like, who's this guy? I didn't
watch him on NXT, bro. Not watching him on NXT.
Yeah. Last thing, man, I want to talk about is we saw it a couple of times. We're going to have Legends Night in a couple of weeks, Vince.
Bro,
we're getting Hulk Hogan, brother. We're getting Ric Flair.
It's so funny because this is the answer to USA Network.
Yes.
They're going to do a number. You know what I'm saying? Bro, next week, we've already got the built-in excuse. Well, it's a show between Christmas and New Year. We already got that built-in excuse. But after that, bro.
Season premiere.
start with your season premiere. We're going to start with a bang.
Yep.
Here come the legends. We're going to pop a number.
2021.
Yeah, next week we're going to be back to 1.5.
I was thinking the same exact thing. When I saw that, I said they want to pop a number for the first show 2021.
Yep.
They want to present that for the quarter earnings. They want to look at the network. See, look, we've got a 2.9. We big huge increase, for 2021. So you see this numbers here and numbers there. Boom, we spiked up. And they're going to use that, and they're going to milk it dry, man.
Like I keep reading, and again, I got to take everything I read with a grain of salt because I don't know. But I'm reading the Royal Rumble is going to be the new beginning. It's going to be the rebirth, bro. It's a month away.
Yeah.
Like it's not that it's 6 months. It's what are you possibly going to do over the next month to make the Royal Rumble the rebirth, bro?
Who are you going to push? At this point, just about everybody in the WWE's damaged goods, and it's going to take much more than a month to build them back up.
Absolutely, Chris. Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
All right, Vince. Let them know about the brand, brother.
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys real quick. I think today's the 21st. If you guys have never been a member of russosbrand.com, you've got 10 days to get a free month. Every year, every December, if you've never tried the brand, we give you a free month, but you've got to sign up in the month of December. If you just sign up tonight, December 21st, you'll get to January 21st. You'll get a full month, no strings attached. Bro, we got so many just legends on our show, from Stevie Ray to Disco Inferno, Stevie Richards, Taylor Hendricks, who is brilliant. So many shows on our network, guys. You'll get them free for a month. Just go to russosbrand.com.
Nice. Disco Inferno got major pop by being on my Tuesday night show last week. People loved them. So
did you get awarded boys?
I did, man. I started off by making a big joke. I said that he was the Western States. He beat Barry Windham in '87 for the Western States Heritage Championship, and so that he popped for that. So it was
very nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. He's Vince Russo. We are signing out for another episode of Legion of Raw. Take care.